Car?
You don't remember, do you?
No, I really don't. So you open your mouth, but before you can utter a single word, the voice suddenly cuts you off.
Happiness or freedom? What would you choose?
That's a very difficult thing to pick, really. I would actually have to say happiness. Happiness is freedom, I guess. Happiness is freedom.
I guess we'll find out soon enough.
Oh no. Oh no. What am I in for? You. Ugh. Hey, how long are you going to stand there? Oh, okay, so now that the voice acting's done, you got me doing this one. Hey, how long are you going to stand there? I don't know. I was admiring the view until you got him in the way. You look around in confusion. It seems you're standing in front of a school. So I am. Snap out of it, weirdo. We're already 15 minutes late. Before you could say a single word, the orange-haired girl grabbed you by the arm and dragged you with her. A few minutes later, the two of you stood side by side facing a packed classroom. The teacher looked at you for a few seconds before facing the class and making an announcement. Attention, everyone. Today we welcome 2 new transfer students. Is that the 2 of us? Can you do me a favor and introduce yourselves to the class? The name is Miral. I look forward to meeting you all. Miral spoke as she addressed the class. Everyone's gaze turned to you now. Bugger. So you should introduce yourself. Okay. Who are you? Who am I? Here's Whitefield and write your name. Oh, okay, so I get to give myself a name. Cloud Strife. Can I put a question mark on that one? Yeah. You face the rest of the class and speak. It's very nice meeting you all. Please call me Cloud Strife. It's making it sound like as if I'm asking a question. You can call me Cloud Strife, is that okay? All eyes were suddenly on you, and more precisely on Miral, as the 2 of you took your designated seats. That's right, today is your first day at Sandy High School. Ooh, okay. You and Miral moved to the city last week and decided to transfer to this school. We decided, no, not our parents. This makes complete sense, but you can't help but feel like something is really off here. The teacher let out another long sigh and went on with the lecture. That's a good school, then. They just sighed. A few hours later, it was finally lunchtime. I'm heading to the admin office to finalize your registration. We haven't done that yet. I've just had a free class then, from the sounds of it. My only option. You want me to come with? Oh, that won't be necessary, Cloud Strive. You have more important things to do anyway. This place will be your home for a while, so you should go around and get yourself acclimated to new surroundings, okay? Maybe buy us some lunch while you're at it? Oh, okay, I'll buy us both lunch, shall we? Looks like Miral didn't feel like waiting in line, so she shoved the boring job onto you. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Miral. Yeah, see ya, bye. Bye. I'm the one who's going to have to play the popular kid, am I? Miral then turned around and left. You could see some of your new classmates wanting to chat with her, but she just completely ignored them and left. Jaded, cool look. Yeah, that totally works with the kids these days. Okay, what now? You should head straight to the cafeteria, or maybe you should wait until the cafeteria clears out a bit. Perhaps you look around for a bit. Where do you want to go? Well, I feel like as if it's not really giving me the cafeteria look. No option. So either go to the roof, schoolyard, or library. I think we need to go to the library because I need to start working on my literature. The way to... I should read words more clearly because I tend to think that my stuttering and everything just gets completely messed up whenever every time I'm actually reading stuff through the games that I play. You leave your classroom and head straight to the library. But as expected, the place is empty. Everyone must be in the cafeteria right now. That's because that was never an option. You turn around and suddenly... Okay. You're not the blue lady. Who are you? No, I'm not a blue lady. I'm Cloud Strife. What are you doing in the library? You know, a strange girl wearing an even stranger attire was standing in front of you the whole time. But for some reason, you didn't notice her presence until she spoke. Did she send you here? You take a step back and introduce yourself. Cloud Strife? Like she's even more more perplexed by your name than you are pronouncing yourself. Is that your real name? No, it's not really. The strange girl suddenly approached you and stared in your eyes. I see. So that's who you really are. I wonder if this is another one of her plans. Or is this a test? Is this his test for me? Speak! Okay, alright. Did he send you? How can I die? How can I die? The strange girl started shaking your body. Calm down, love. Her tone and facial expressions didn't change one bit, but you could tell she was freaking out right now. Let go of me. I apologize. Yeah, you're right. If this is a test, then I'm going about it the wrong way. I'm sorry, and I look forward to being evaluated by you, observer. What? The strange girl suddenly... Oh, I can see my mic about to fall off here. You done? You done? You're gonna behave now? You gonna stay in place? Behave yourself. So the strange girl suddenly bowed to you and left the room. You stood there completely confused for a moment before you let out a sigh and left. You head to the cafeteria. Alright. After that weird encounter, you finally arrive at your destination, which was where I was supposed to go in the fucking first place. It's time to stand in line and buy lunch for you and Miral. However, no matter where you look, the cafeteria is completely empty. Not a single student around. This makes no sense. Even though you did show up late to avoid the crowd, it's still lunchtime. The school cafeteria should not be empty right now. You keep looking around in confusion with someone suddenly appears in front of you. Oh, it's you! Hello? Sailor Moon? Or Cece? Oh god, it's really you, Cloud Strife? Again, I feel like that question mark is really adding to the story on this one. Cece suddenly jumped on you and gave you a tight hug. Please, don't do that. I don't know you, Cece. How did you get here? I'm super happy to see you again, but I don't understand. How are you here? You're in complete control. You're you. Cece stares at you in confusion. Her expression displayed both happiness and fear. It seems she's hoping you'll be able to answer her questions and put her mind at ease. Sadly, however, you're as confused, if not more confused, than she. So you simply take a step back and explain everything that happened to you as far. Really? So you just found yourself at the front gate of the school? Just like that? You nod your head. What about before that? How did you get here? How did you find this? Before Cece could even finish her words, a loud voice interrupted your conversation. Good, you're both here. Why do you know people around here on this one, Miral? I finalized your registration, Cloud Strife. Congratulations, you're officially a candidate now. So is this candidate Cloud Strife now? Candidate? What the hell is a candidate? Don't worry, I'll explain everything soon enough. But first, let's get the other candidates in here. Miral spoke as she snapped her fingers. Oh, okay. 6 other people suddenly showed up at the cafeteria. Nas, what the hell is happening? Hassan, yo dudes, how did I teleport to the cafeteria? You're about to learn something here, Hassan, just as clueless as I am. Did I finally awaken my superpowers? Kai, well this must be part of the test. 0. What? This was so cool. I felt like I was floating in space for a moment there. Teleport me again! And Carmine, to teleport? Jack? Yep, you definitely are a person with a few words, aren't you? Okay, enough delays, let's begin. First, let me congratulate you all on surviving the first trial of the game. The first trial? Yes, every person in this school was a potential candidate. I say was because, except for you, 8, the rest have been killed off. Interesting. What? This school was set specifically for this trial. You were all transferred here, and your memories were manipulated. Those with a weak will, with pitiful presence. The observers of this world simply accepted their new reality and went on with their lives. Is that the people in the classroom that took an interest in you and not me? They attended classes, stood in line at the cafeteria, and enjoyed a carefree high school life, not once stopping or wondering how they even got here in the first place. Pitiful NPCs. Oh good God, you're one of those people, aren't you? However, you 8 were different. You saw through the fake existence. You refused to look away and accept this sweet lie. You questioned your reality, and for that, you're still alive. However, the game has just begun, and your continuous survival is not yet assured. After all, only one of you 8 will leave this place alive. Okay, so this is kind of like a battle royale thing situation going on. Well, why the hell are you doing this? You're playing a pretty sick game here, little girl. Who do you work for? You two are asking the wrong questions. Or rather, you're asking them at the wrong time. Hi. So right, Orange Daughter. They should be asking about you, about the second trial. Second trial, eh? The second trial. I guess since she called this high school experiment the first trial, then that could only mean there's going to be more. Oh dear. Correct, Carmine. The second trial is the real main event. It's the real reason you're all here. In order to pick the winner among you, you 8 will be playing a certain game. Does it involve guns? The game has many names and many different iterations. However, the most common name for it is Werewolf Game. A fucking social deduction game? Is this some sort of joke? You want us to play a children's game? I won't take it lightly if I were you, Jack. The second trial might be based on the werewolf game, but the consequences are very real. You won't be role-playing around. You will become the roles you are given. Roles? Standing among you right now is a real killer. He or she will target and seek your death without any hesitation. Your only chance of survival is exposing the killer and voting them off at the end of the day. Standard werewolf rules. However, in addition to the killer and innocent role, there are 3 additional special roles. First, the Guardian Angel role. The person with the Guardian Angel role will be able to choose and protect one other person each night. If the Guardian Angel chooses to protect the person the killer targets, then congratulations, you have managed to prevent the killer from claiming their victim. The second role is the Vigilante role. This person with the Vigilante role is able to target and kill one person each night. However, targeting and killing anyone who is not the killer will result in the Vigilante killing themselves. A pretty fair trade-off if you ask me. Finally, the third and last role is the Detective role. The person with the Detective role is able to investigate one person each night to determine if they are the killer or not. However, convincing others about your findings without exposing your role to the killer is a whole other matter. As you can see, each role has its advantages and disadvantages, ensuring a fair trial. Now, to end this explanation, I would like to remind the killer that targeting someone during their daytime is completely forbidden. Breaking this rule, or any other rule for that matter, will result in the offender being immediately killed. Every single one of you is implanted with a small chip in your brain. This chip is completely attached to the optic nerve and is able to witness anything you see. Upon the discovery of any rule infringement, the chip will automatically release a powerful electric surge through your nerves, thus frying your brain and immediately killing you. Ooh. This is some dystopian shit going on here. You planted something in our brain. And as long as you don't break the rules, you have nothing to worry about. Kai looks a bit suspicious about that one. They all have this same different stance, don't they? They always got their hand on their hip, that one hand on the hip. I'm waiting for them to click their finger. Now, unless you have other questions about the game, I will be seeing you at sunset. Morale then walked past you and walked toward the exit. You all kept following her with the gaze when suddenly she stopped and turned around. She was looking back at all of you, but you could swear she was looking straight into your eyes. Welcome back to the Null game. The Null game? Oh, this is copyright. Oh, this isn't copyrighted, sorry. No. 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 No.
Happiness or freedom?
Good
What
question.
would you choose?
I wanted to choose happiness. But where are we going with this? You lift your head to the mighty blue sky while trying to process what just happened, when suddenly a voice brings you back to reality. Hey, are you okay? You look back at Cece and nod your head. Sure. The null game is happening again, huh? And by the look of it, this one is even more messed up than the last. Not only is the game's host different this time around, but so are the participants. Or at least some of them. The setting is different too. Why, Sandy High School is out of all places. Why morale? Why her? Why a version of his daughter? Whose daughter? Sorry, Cloud Strife. I don't mean to confuse you. After all, Cece suddenly approached you and held your hand. You have no idea how happy I am to see you again. You have no idea how much I waited for this. Cloud Strife, we're finally together again. Huh? Cece leans forward as she held tight to your hands when... Kya! What's happening here? Very shameless, very shameless. Cece let go of your hand and faced Zero. What do you want, weirdo? Don't be like that, Cece-chan. There is nothing wrong with forming alliances. It's the only way to survive this game, right? Right. And what better way to cement an alliance than a pretty hated kiss? She's got a point. But that's not what we're doing. Sure, Cece-chan. I'll get off your hair. I didn't mean to cock-block you or anything here. Have fun. Wink, wink. Zero then waved her hand and left. You watched her leave and until she left your sight. Damn Zero. She is no less of a freak as a participant. But she's right about something, Cloud Strife. The null game has officially started. Alliances are bound to be formed. And sooner or later, this game will spiral into fucking madness again. We need to escape. Early this time. Trust me, Cloud Strife. I'm never going to get tired of saying that question mark in the name. This is the only way to truly survive this game. You look back at Cece and nod your head. First, we should start by searching the place. Last time I dragged you along with me from one place to another. Not once did I ask you for your input. So, how about you lead the search this time around? Where do you think we should go? The exit, really. Yeah, let's go to the school gate. The school gate? I doubt that psycho would leave that gate wide open. But I guess it's worth a try. Walking side by side, you head to the front gate. However, the place was completely empty. It's open. The gate is open. Cece slowly approached the gate to take a step outside, but then... Just like I thought, an invisible barrier. It probably surrounds the whole school. Naz is here. It does. Naz? You're Cecilia, if I'm not mistaken. And you are... You look back at Naz and introduce yourself. Cloud Strife, huh? Any relation? No. Wait, about what you've said before. How do you know this invisible barrier covers the whole school? It's because I checked it out. The whole perimeter is walled up. I first believed the barrier was some super transparent glass, so I tried to dig underground, create a tunnel to the outside. However, the barrier extends underground too. This barrier is no glass. It's no substance like I've ever seen before. It's almost like it's not a barrier at all. What are you trying to say? Nothing. I'm just spewing gibberish. I'm going to continue searching around. I suggest you two do the same. Naz then returned around and left the place. You continue following her with your gaze until she disappeared. She's an interesting person, isn't she? I guess she always was. Alright, Cloud Strife. Let's search somewhere else. You nod back to CC at the front gate. Okay, so you two spent the next few hours investigating different classrooms at the school. But much like every other room in the place, it was completely abandoned. All those students who once roamed the halls were completely gone. Almost like they never existed in the first place. You look through the window, the mighty blue sky suddenly turned orange, signaling the end of the day. It's already sunset. Cece suddenly holds your hand as the two of you stare in the window. It's okay. You did your best. We did our best. Whatever's going to happen now, we'll face it together, okay? Just you and me. Like always. Cece tightens her grip on your hand. Behind that beautiful smile of hers, you can sense fear. You can sense an immense fear that would shatter the very fabric of reality if it ever comes out. But it's not a fear of her life. It's not a fear of death, of the unknown. It's a fear for you, for your existence, for your future together. You hold tighter to Cece's hand as the strange feeling suddenly shocks your senses. Definitely shocked something there. The next time you open your eyes, you find yourself standing in the cafeteria. I am hungry. But you are not alone, because Cece's there, and the rest of the companions are all there too. But most of all, she is here too. Miral. Welcome back, everyone. Hey, Miral. I don't know what stage trick you guys are using for this teleport thing, but it's making me really nauseous. Can I talk with one of the executive producers about it? Executive producers? I can't have the cuties at home seeing me puke on live TV. Wait, this is live television? Miral stared at Hassan for a few seconds before she rolled her eyes and faced the rest of you. Now that you're all here, allow me to explain the voting process. Standing among you right now is a killer. Starting tonight, the killer will claim a victim with each passing night. The voting process is your main way of finding and eliminating the killer. The process is simple. You simply discuss the situation among each other and then vote. Each of you gets a vote, and the person with the highest number of votes gets eliminated. Any questions? Yes, by eliminated you mean killed, right? Whoever gets the highest number of votes will be killed. Affirmative. This is insane. You really expect us to send someone to their death? You can always choose to vote on no one. However, that would only benefit the killer, of course. We don't care. We're not going to play your sick game. We're not going to kill anyone. What do you mean by we, Nazi-chan? Don't go around forcing your own opinion on the rest of us. That's not cute at all. What? I agree with the blonde woman. He's never going to learn names. Not making a choice is a choice in itself. If this killer truly exists, then doing nothing will send one of us to a certain demise. What about the special roles? Cece, who barely spoke a word until now, suddenly interjected. It seems the rest of your companions are also surprised by this. What about them? Or what if the people with the special roles step up right now? That will narrow down the list of suspects. Great idea, CC-chan. There are 8 of us here. If we eliminate the people who will play special roles, there are only 5 people remain. Even if we vote randomly, there will still be a 20% chance of the voting of for the killer. That's maths, I guess. There, 0. Well done. That's like pretty high, right? Right? I agree as well. Any kind of advantage we could get will be very helpful. The people with the special roles should step up. Carmine spoke as she faced the rest of your companions. Seconds passed and then minutes, but no one stepped forward. Come on, guys. We can't have dead air. This will totally fuck up the ratings. A few minutes passed, but once again, no one stepped up. Enough. This is a waste of time. Oh, don't be so hasty, Morale-chan. This is super duper important to us, so we just wait a bit, okay? We can wait all night and nothing will change, because the special roles haven't been assigned just yet. Well, you should have said that at the start, huh? Unlike the killer role, the special roles are only assigned during the first night. That's when you start using them after all. So at this moment, none of you has a special role yet. I see. So CC-chan plan was a no-go from the start. Well, it was still worth a shot, so don't beat yourself up too much, CC-chan. I think 0's the killer. You were trying to bait the killer, huh, Cecilia? Huh? Bait the killer? By declaring that the people with special roles will narrow down the suspect list. She was basically saying that whoever steps up forward will be seen as 100% innocent. She was hoping that that would tempt the killer to falsely claim that they had a special role. And since the roles haven't been assigned yet, that would immediately expose them as a fraud and end the game. A very impressive strategy. However, it seems the killer is smarter than what you gave them credit for, Cecilia. Or perhaps you're the killer, and this whole thing was just a diversion to make the others trust you. Perhaps I'm playing right into your hands. Nice try, Cece. I have no idea what just happened. This is just too confusing for an average viewer. Let's just get to the voting part already. That's where the ratings are. For once, I agree with the delusional creep. Discussion time is over. When you hear your name, please step forward and announce your vote. Morale declared as she started calling out names. First to go was Naz. I'm not doing this. I'm not going to take someone's life like it's nothing. I'm voting no one. Suit yourself. You're up next, weirdo. Morale speaks as she pointed at Hassan. My moment to shine. I, Hassan, the true definition of a Sigma male and the future winner of this game show, will vote for you. Naz. With exaggerated movements, Hassan pointed at Naz. Good God, Hassan is a dick. What? Me? Of course! Ever since the start, you've been doing nothing but trying to push us not to vote for anyone. And who would benefit more from that than the killer? See? My vote goes for you, Naz. No hard feelings, though. I just want to win the game show. You're a damn lunatic. I'm a chauvinistic pig. The voting continued after that. Seeing no clear suspect, Carmine chose to vote for no one. Meanwhile, Zero let out a giggle and declared that she would follow Hassan's lead and vote for Naz. Jack also voted for Naz. Cece, on the other hand, let out a sigh and voted for no one. It was only you and Kai left now. Alright, it's your turn now, Kai. Who will you be voting for? Myself, Kai declared with a hushed, low voice. What? I vote for myself. The whole room stared at Kai with baffled expressions all over their faces. Are you insane? I think she is. I think she is insane. Fine, whatever. Morale suddenly moved her gaze and faced you. You're up last, Cloud Strife. Declare your vote and let's end this for today. Everyone's gaze suddenly turned to you. It seems they all understood the current situation, even Hassan. With Naz getting 3 votes and no one getting 3 votes, your vote will seal the deal. Your vote will determine everything. Okay. You close your eyes and you take a deep breath. No rush, no rush, no rush. Cece was right. The situation did spiral into insanity pretty quickly. There haven't been any murders yet, but someone is already on the chopping block. Whether you believe Naz is the killer or not is completely up to you. You get to choose. You get to vote. So, who would it be? Damn, man. Ah, good God. Naz hasn't really given me any reason to really pick her. I mean, like, her choice does kind of invite the fact that there's a possibility of her being the killer. But I'm just gonna have to go with I'm gonna have to go with the no one vote, because I feel like that this could just lead to anyone going, and I think that this could actually lead to a potential Hassan or one of the outspoken, like Zero or Hassan, being killed off first, and then just leaving everybody else open to other stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna vote no one, because I think that is gonna open up a lot more options. Because, you know, killing off Naz so easily be too easy. Too easy. Okay, seems the result is pretty clear. No one will be voted off tonight. Looks of relief appeared on the faces of some of your companions, while others looked completely annoyed. Shame. Miral let another long sigh before continuing to talk. She really loves her job, doesn't she? Now, let's go over nighttime rules. Every single one of you has been allocated a room in the school dorms. Leaving your dorms during night time is strictly forbidden and will result in immediate deletion. This, of course, excludes the killer. As the killer, you're free to roam around the school and target 1 victim per night. But as participants with special roles are also technically allowed to leave their rooms during the night. However, the role process is fully automated, and you won't be conscious during it. Your mind will continue to sleep while your body will accomplish the special role. Think of it like sleepwalking if you want. Well, that's pretty freaky. Yeah, you get to roam around and just be idle. But are we actually going to be conscious about our decisions? If there are no questions, I'll be seeing you all tomorrow. Miral gave you all one last look before she snapped her fingers and suddenly disappeared. The room fell silent once again, but then someone suddenly approached you. Hey. Naz looks at you with a smile on her face. I want you to know that I had no doubts. I have no doubt you'll make the right choice, Cloud Strife. Beneath those hollow, empty eyes lies a genuine person, a kind person. I realized that the moment I laid eyes on you. I won't forget this, Cloud Strife. I promise. Naz then approached you and gave you a tight hug. See you in the morning, hopefully. Naz then waved her hand and left while avoiding the look at the 3 people who tried to vote her out. You're quite a ladies' man, Cloud Strife. You should play Final Fantasy VII. He tries it without even trying. Let's hope your little decision doesn't come back and bite you in the ass later and ciao. Zero ruffled your hair and then skipped out on the cafeteria. Well, she sounds like a bitch. Yo, Cloud Strife. You might be the MVP today, but it's not over just yet. I will not let you upstage me in the popularity polls, nor will I let you snatch the victory. I will be the one to win the game show, you just wait. Hassan rolled his eyes and left. I bet he'll die. He's gonna die, isn't he? That degenerate is a cancer on society. Cece looked at Hassan in disgust before facing you. Anyway, the first day is over. We did what we could for now. Let's head out. This could lead to God knows what. A few minutes later, you were looking through the window. Well, apparently we're in space now. Deneb, Vega, and Altair greet your eyes. The 3 stars of the summer triangle. Your mind rushes back to the event in the cafeteria. Thanks to you, no one got voted out today. However, that means the killer still runs free. And tonight, you'll be able to target their first victim. A victim that can easily be you. Cloud Strife? Where the hell are we in? This is a very... Are you okay? I nod my head, but I'm still looking around the surroundings we're in. Do you regret your decision? Do you think you should have voted for Naz? You shake your head no. Of course not. Good. Never regret your choices, Cloud Strife. Cece suddenly approached the window next to you and lifted her gaze to the sky. Choices make who we are. One choice leads to another, and by the time you realize it, you've made so many choices. You have branched so many times that your point of origin looks like no different than a distant star in the night sky. But that's the beauty of choices, Cloud Strife. It's freedom. Endless, pure, and unshackled freedom. They lied to us. Happiness is not possible. It never was. It doesn't matter what you achieve. It doesn't matter what you get. You'll always want more. You'll always desire something out of your reach. You'll always struggle. You'll never be happy. Never. But that's okay, because freedom is different. Freedom is attainable. You might not control your point of origin or the end. You might not control how you were born or how you die. But everything in between can be yours. Every choice can be yours to make. This is what truly matters, Cloud Strife. This is what truly matters to me, to you, and to us. Cece suddenly approached you until only a few feet separated you. The killer will make their choice tonight, and that won't matter. Whatever happens tonight will happen. Do you understand, Cloud Strife? Not even death will separate us anymore. Cece leaned over and kissed you on the cheeks. These cheeks? I sincerely hope these cheeks. She then waved her hand and walked into her room. Good night. You stood in the hallway for a few seconds before walking inside your room. Yeah. Oh my god. This is lovely. A dark and creepy bedroom greets your eyes. You look around you and nothing feels out of place. But every fibre in your being is screaming for you to get out. To run away and get as far away from this room as you possibly can. However, you know the rules. Leaving your room during nighttime will result in the immediate demise. You approach your bed and lie down, but then... Detective. A word suddenly flashes through your eyes. Detective. The detective special role. It seems that's the role you got. According to morale, you're able to choose one person each night to investigate them. Using that special role, you can determine if they are the killer or not. So the real question now is, who? Who will you investigate? Damn, man. I mean, the only thing that really stands out to me is Zero, Jack, possibly Hassan, but Hassan seems to be the one person who's like truly outspoken. He could be wrong. So, I'm intrigued. Zero. You make your choice. You lie down back in the bed. There is nothing else you can do but wait. Wait and hope. Hope that you'll wake up from your slumber and see the light of day. Hope that the killer won't target you and end your existence tonight. Hope this isn't the end. You empty your head of these thoughts and surrender your fate to the night. Like Cece said, whatever happens tonight will happen. You open your eyes to be greeted by some standing outside your window. It seems you survived. Well, it's a good start so far. You try to get up from your bed when... Innocent. Innocent? The word innocent suddenly flashes before your eyes. It seems your special role worked. You've got your answer. A sudden knock at the door startles you. You get up on your feet and approach the door. Good morning, Cloud Strife. So you made it, Cece. That's good. I'm so glad you're okay. Cece came closer and gave you a tight hug. Cece's smile suddenly disappears. We have a situation. You follow CC as you move through the hallway until you reach a certain dorm room. You can see some of your companions standing outside the room. The whole atmosphere was extremely tense. CC gives you a slight nod as you two walk inside. A bloody room greets your eyes. You quickly take a step back and look around. However, you can't see anyone in the room. CC notices your confusion and speaks. The body is not here anymore. Morale snapped it away and gave us an autopsy report instead. However, we all had a good look at the body before she did. It's Jack. Jack is the victim. The image is a well-dressed man sporting a cool look across his mind. For some reason, you can't picture him as a victim. I've already searched the room. There isn't anything interesting in here. Let's head out. While trying your best not to step in the bloodstains, you leave the room. It's a mess. Part of me was hoping nothing would happen. That the killer would strike. Or maybe the guardian angel would manage to protect the target, but sadly the killer succeeded. The only clue we have is this autopsy report Miral gave us. It's not that detailed, to be honest, but I'll give you a rundown. Okay, let's jump into it. The victim is Jack. Male, age 34. You look good for 34, mate. I'll give you that. Height, 1.84 meters. Weight, 85 kilos. Cause of death, hypovolemic shock caused by severe blood loss. The victim was found with multiple wounds all over his body. 1 wound to the neck, 5 in the chest, and 12 in the abdominal region. The murder weapon is a sharp object, likely an axe. There were no signs of a struggle. Damn, that's pretty detailed. The report doesn't mention anything else. No fingerprints or DNA or anything that can directly point us to the killer, but we don't exactly have a forensics department here, CC, so it's not really going to help us. I assume Morale doesn't want us to know more than we should. Still, the number of inflicted wounds concerns me. What do you mean? Well, think about it. Cloud strife? There were no signs of struggle, which led me to believe that the victim was unconscious the whole time. If that's true, then 1 hit to the head or the neck should be enough to kill the victim. Yet the killer chose to repeatedly strike the victim 18 times in total. No matter how you think about it, this is very excessive. Why would the killer do that? What do you think, Cloudstrife? I think the killer was angry. Angry? The excessive hits could be caused by anger or a very strong negative emotion. This usually aligns with crimes of passion, but that also brings up a very different problem. With the exception of you and me, none of the other participants should know each other. In the previous Null game, the participants all picked from different timelines and their memories were manipulated. It was done to ensure a fair game. Could things be different in this game? I thought I was the detective and not you. I made sure I could keep an eye on how the participants acted with each other, and so far I haven't noticed anything unusual. They all seem to treat each other like complete strangers, which means the killer is either pretending to not know anyone, or they somehow found a strong reason to hate Jack in the one day they knew him. I mean, I wouldn't say it was very hard to actually hate Jack. I mean, the guy never really spoke. Both possibilities are equally terrifying, to be honest. Of course, this is also the possibility that the theory is wrong and the killer wasn't motivated by anger at all. This isn't enough proof right now to confirm or deny any of these deductions, to be honest. This is going nowhere. When it comes to the killings, the killer has a massive advantage over us. It doesn't matter how much we investigate. Without surveillance footage, witnesses, or at least some kind of evidence, the killer will always be in the lead. Do you get where I'm doing with this, Cloudstrife? The special roles. Indeed. They are the best weapons against the killer. If the people with the special roles work together, then the killer won't have a chance. However, that will be a very difficult task to accomplish. No one knows what role the other person has. And with the killer hiding in our midst, the people with the special roles won't risk exposing themselves. The fact that we're all strangers in this game doesn't help you either. Still, if we want to survive this game and stop the killer, then making use of the special roles is our best shot. Cece continues talking. You suddenly reminded of your special role, the detective role. You even used it yesterday. Should you tell Cece about it? She's been nothing but supportive and affectionate towards you since the very start. If there is someone you can trust in this group, it's her, right? Right? I don't know. So, should you tell her? You take a deep breath and decide to... Ah, man. This could go differently. Alright. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna tell her. You face Cece, and you tell her you have the detective role. Cece's expression suddenly changed. Why? Why did you tell me? Cece's eyes widen, and she looks at you in utter shock. You stare back at her in complete confusion as she grabs your arms and drags you away from the dorms. Cece refused to explain her behavior. Instead, she would change the subject every time you brought it up and insist that she should continue searching the school. Unable to get any answers, you decide to do as she says. Cece's face was completely expressionless the whole time, but a dark shadow covered her eyes. Something was really off. Before you knew it, it was sunset. It was time for the second round of voting. Your consciousness fades for a few seconds before you find yourself in the cafeteria. You've been teleported once again, and it's not just you. You look at your sides just to spot Hassan kneeling on the floor, vomiting all over the place. Gah! You vomited all over my shoes! I made it sound like as if she was happy about it at first, and then she's very bipolar. I've made her very bipolar there. Hassan wiped his mouth and faced Zero. I'm sorry, this teleportation stage magic makes me nauseous. Stage magic? You don't actually still think this is a game show. Carmine stares at Hassan in confusion when... Welcome back, everyone, to the second round of voting. Morale? Please, you gotta stop this before people get hurt. I don't know why you're doing this, but this is wrong. This whole game is goddamn sick. The game will keep going until either the killer or the innocent people can win. If you want this game to end soon, then hurry up and achieve one of these two possibilities. Carmine not happy? Well, how about you provide us with more clues then? That autopsy report gave us is useless. If you're asking me to take sides, then you're wasting your time, Cecilia. I'm only here to make sure the game runs as fairly and efficiently as possible. The rest is up to you. Morale-chan is right. We can do this, guys. We got the special roles now, right? Right? Let's try CC-chan's strategy from yesterday. If the people with special roles identify themselves, then we can rule out free people just like that. We can avenge Baby Jack. Everyone started to look at each other and all of a sudden... Hold on a second. You do realize that exposing people with special roles will also expose them to the killer. Huh? Why are you suddenly opposed to your own idea, CC-chan? Oh, I get it. I get it. You have a special role, don't you? That's not what I... Oh, let me guess. You're the detective. No. You're the guardian angel. Stop harassing her, you weirdo. You're only helping the killer by trying to expose her like this. Huh? What's that, Nazi-chan? Are you still angry I voted for you yesterday? That was totally not personal, though. You know. Please don't, hate me or anything, okay? I don't know. Zero apparently came up as innocent for Zero on that one, so is that the case? But they were right. The special roles are a strong weapon against the killer, and you hold one of those special roles. Sadly, however, the person you're investigating using the special role turned out to be innocent. So you have no idea who the killer is. Zero kept pushing the people for special roles to reveal themselves, but no one did. So the voting ultimately ended with no one being eliminated. Morale let out a sigh and reminded everyone of nighttime rules before sending out the dorms. Damn. Well, that was pretty anticlimactic, huh? We didn't manage to vote out the killer, so they still run large. But at least no innocent person got eliminated during the votes, so I suppose that's a win. Are you okay, Cloudstrife? You nod back to Cece. I see. Cece suddenly grabbed you closer and gave you a tight hug. Don't worry, Cloudstrife. This isn't over just yet. The killer might be a step ahead of us, but this doesn't mean anything. We will win this game together. We will escape together. I promise you. I won't let anyone hurt you. Cece gave you one last hug before walking into her room. You watch her leave before going inside to your room too. The moment you walk inside, an intense feeling of dread and fear runs through your nerves. The same feeling as yesterday. You approach your bed and lie down. Today was a horrible day. Not only did the killer manage to claim a victim, but you failed to vote them out. Not only that, but you have no idea who the killer is. The moment that last thought ran through your mind, your special role flashed before your eyes again. That's right, you can use your special role again. A second chance to find the killer. So the question is, who will you investigate? It's gonna have to be Hassan. I've done 0. She was innocent, so Hassan. After inputting your choice, you turn to your side and drift away to sleep. Do I see? Protected? Protected? You suddenly open your eyes. A familiar bird standing outside your window greets you. It seems you survived the night, most likely thanks to the intervention of the person with the guardian angel role. That would explain why the word protected flashed before your eyes just now. You stand up on your feet when suddenly, innocent. The word innocent suddenly appears. It seems to be the result of your investigation you carried out last night. For the second time in a row, the person you investigated turned out not to be the killer. You let out a deep sigh and approached the door. Damn. Oh. Thank God you're okay. What's going on? I don't know. The moment I heard the commotion, I came straight to check up on you. I thought maybe the killer... No, it doesn't matter. You're unharmed. That's all I care about. You can hear a commotion coming from a few rooms down the hall. Come on, let's go check it out. Following Cece, you approach the source of the noise until you arrive in front of a certain room. Kai was there? Okay. What are you doing out here, Kai? I was asked to give you this. Kai suddenly handed you a stack of papers. It seems to be very similar to the autopsy report you got yesterday. Standing close by, you can spot both Carmine and Naz reading the report in shock. Something is really off. Let's just read it, okay? You nod back at CC as you started reading the report. There are 2 victims this time around, Hassan and Zero. They were both found in Zero's room with a gunshot wound to the forehead. Cause of death, severe damage to the brain caused by the bullet wound. The 2 victims had no other wounds or injuries, and once again, there was no sign of a struggle. Fucking hell. So the 2 people I actually thought would have been the killers are gone. Okay. The report adds a few more information, but nothing you can really use. 2 victims instead of 1. Bugger. How can this be possible? I thought the killer was only allowed to target 1 person per night. Maybe the killer went berserk. Maybe they don't care about the rules anymore. But why? Why is this happening? You face Naz and the rest of your companions there and say, it's the vigilante. The vigilante? You remind everyone what Morale said about the vigilante role. How, if they kill anyone who is not the killer, they would die alongside their innocent victim. The presence of 2 bodies can only be explained by that. And they would have explained because I was protected. Is that what that meant when saying protected? I was protected. Cloudstrife is right. This isn't the work of a killer. This was simply an accident. The vigilante targeted the wrong person and was killed alongside with his victims. I don't know if Zero or Hassan was the vigilante, but I don't think it matters either way. The truth is undeniable. Are you saying the killer didn't target anyone last night? Oh, you bet your ass they did. They were simply blocked. Blocked by the guardian angel. Okay. Okay, so A long silence suddenly filled the room as everyone kept staring at each other. It was clear to everyone that the game was reaching its final stage. The final showdown. The final battles between the werewolf and the village people. That's a very unfortunate name for the innocent people. So only one question truly remained. Who's going to win? Who's going to leave this game alive? That's a lot. That's a lot to weigh in on. I don't know. You spend the rest of the day just hanging on the roof with Cece. Unlike the previous day, Cece didn't seem interested in searching the school. She simply leaned over while staring at the school from above. A mysterious expression clouded over her face the whole time. And before you knew it, it was voting time. Let's get us on, shall we? Welcome back. Welcome back, everyone, to the third round of voting. Well, you know the drill by now. You'll be given time to discuss the situation among yourselves and then asked to vote. Your time starts now. That won't be necessary. Huh? Cece ignored Morale's puzzled expression and faced Naz instead. Is there any possibility that you would vote for Cloud Strife? Huh? Is there a way, or anyone in here can persuade to vote for Cloud Strife? What are you saying, Cecilia? Just answer the question. Naz went silent for a second while looking down at her feet when all of a sudden... No. I could never harm Cloud Strife. I see. Then it's over. The game is over. What? The outcome of this game was over the moment the vigilante made their move. Look around you, Morale. Only the 5 of us remains. Cloud Strife and I will be voting for the killer. Kai will be voting for herself, as she always does. As for the killer, she will vote for Cloud Strife. But that won't matter because Naz won't vote for him. So no matter what the killer does, she will never be able to eliminate Cloud Strife. It's over. The game is over. I see. So you're saying you already know who the killer is, huh? Cece let out a smile and faced you. Will you do the honors, Cloud Strife? You give Cece a slight nod and face the killer. The psycho responsible for all this pain, all of this suffering. This is the end for her. This is the end of her madness. You lift your arm in the air and point at... you. Carmine. What? It's over, psycho. You have 2 votes against you. You lost. Wait, please. Please, don't do this. I'm not the killer, I swear. Give it up, Carmine. You already lost. You lost the moment the vigilante targeted an innocent victim. If Zero or Hassan were still alive, you could have manipulated them into voting your way. But they're dead. Most likely, that dimwit Hassan was the vigilante, and he targeted Zero, thus indirectly fucking up your plans. I guess he kinda dealt the victory blow after all. But this can't end this way. Carmine suddenly faced Naz with tears in her eyes. Naz, please, you can't let them kill me. I'm innocent, I swear. Remember the first vote? I didn't vote for you, right? If I were the killer, then I would have voted for you, for you and gotten you eliminated. You gotta believe me, please. I'm sorry, Carmine. I don't have any evidence that you're the killer, but I'm gonna trust Cloud Strife. He saved my life. Saved your life. I saved your life too. I'm sorry, Carmine. Give it up, monster. You have 3 votes against you now. It's over, Carmine. You're finished. The The whole room went silent as you fixated your gaze on Carmine, awaiting her next move. And suddenly... the inner psycho comes out. Wow. Now what? Have we pointed out? Have we actually proven this? Carmine was the killer? What the hell? Everyone suddenly took a step back as Carmine approached and faced you all. What's wrong? Why is everyone backing away? Isn't this what you wanted? A reveal? A massive fucking reveal? You've got me. I'm the killer. So why are you all walking away? Naz is standing there in awe. Oh, don't give me that look, Naz. You're the reason things got this fucked up. What? You're the guardian angel, aren't you? You've been using your special role to protect him since the first night. To protect your little savior, your little Cloud Strive. If you haven't been such a little bitch, none of this would have happened. You could have died a peaceful death, but you just had to let your pathetic little feelings guide your path. You just had to be a cock-sucking bitch. Fuck you, Naz. I should have voted you the first day. Carmine? You might be an alternate timeline version of her, but you're not nothing like the real Naz. The real Naz would never fall for a guy she just met. You're a fucking inferior copy. A fraud. Carmine suddenly grabbed a fork from nearby table and approached Naz. Stop right there, monster. Cece quickly moved and stood in front of Carmine, thus blocking her advance. What's wrong, Cecilia? If you attempt to harm Naz like this, you'll be directly breaking the game rules. Your brain will be fried before you even touch her. Well, but of course, Cecilia, the microchip is attached directly to my optic nerve. The right eye, was it? Oh. Carmine suddenly stopped in her tracks and then... Yeah. Using the fork in her hand, Carmine shoved it into her eye socket and scooped out her right eye. Gnarly. Problem solved. Yeah, but you have the depth perception now, so... You're a fucking psycho. Psycho? Oh, shut the fuck up, Cecilia. You go around spewing your pretentious shit about freedom and escaping the system, yet you're too much of a coward to do what needs to be done. You're a fucking liar, Cecilia. You don't care about killing the system. You don't care about achieving the true freedom. You never did. All you care about is him. Carmine suddenly points at you. She kind of made it obvious right from the start of the game. Here's the reason you're doing any of this, isn't he? He's the reason why you're here. He's the reason you're playing this game again. You never cared about anyone else. You never cared about me, about Naz, or about Alex. Don't put another name into the situation. Alex? You know exactly what was happening to him. You knew exactly about his condition. Yet you just stood there. You just watched him from far away. Watched as his body turned to dust. Watched as his mind and soul were enslaved by the system. You just watched like an observer. And if I'm the monster, then you're the fucking devil. You're not just an alternative timeline version of Carmine. You're her. You're Carmine. You're Alex's wife. Who's Alex? Impossible. I'm sorry for hiding my identity from you, Morale, but I had to. It was important I survived to the point of the game, so I can save you, so I could save you from his control. Mom? What? What the hell were you thinking, Morale? Serving the system, serving the monster who killed and enslaved your father? What would Alex say if he sees you like this? Whatever that monster promised you from your servitude is all lies, Morale. It's all fucking lies. No, Mommy, it's not. I'm not doing this for Daddy. I'm almost done saving him. Please, trust me. I can... Enough! The monster took my husband. He took the only man I ever loved. I'm not letting him take away my daughter too. Carmine! Perhaps realizing Carmine's intentions, Cece let out a loud shriek as she ran toward Carmine. It felt as if time was slowing down as Cece desperately lunged herself at Carmine, when suddenly... Cece? Cece? Carmine lunges the fork straight through her... Carmine lunges the fork straight through your throat. Oh. You'll fall down on your knees as blood spatters everywhere. No, 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 no! It's gonna be okay, Cloudstrife. It's gonna be okay. Cece quickly runs to the side, doing her best to stop the bleeding. It's pointless. I specifically targeted his carotid artery. You specifically targeted. Yes, she attacks with precision, Miss Carmine. Why? Don't you get it, Cecilia? The system was never the real danger. The system is powerless without his tool. Powerless without him. He's the eyes and ears of the system. Without him, there is no game. There is no suffering. There is no happiness. Without him, we'll be unshackled, unbound, free. Without him, we'll finally achieve freedom. What? Welcome back, Cloudstrife. I've been observing you the whole time. Carmine got you pretty good, didn't she? I'm not surprised. She was always a single-minded girl. You must have many questions for me right now, but those will have to wait. Your mission is far from over. Not even death will set you free. So get up, Cloudstrife, it's time. It's time to re-loop. We're finally looping? You suddenly open your eyes and you find yourself in a familiar cafeteria. Cloudstrife? Cece suddenly approaches you and gives you a big hug. Thank God you're okay. What's going on? I'm not sure, but if there is anything like the first null game, then we're back to the start. Back to the start of the loop. You look around in complete confusion when someone suddenly appears. Good, you're finally here. Moral? Cece looked at Moral, anticipating her reaction, but Moral just gave her a puzzled look and continued talking. I've closed access to the cafeteria to everyone but you two. I'll explain the rules of the game later on, but first I need to explain your special role. Our special role? Moral then took a step forward, faced the two of you and spoke. You two will play a very special role in this game. The two of you will be the... killer. Oh, damn! Okay, so that's pretty much the actual gameplay of that one so far. So that was a nice little trip into that one. I think that this is the demo of the game. Apparently there's a full version of this, but I'm not going to go into that one just yet because there was a lot going on for that as a great storytelling perspective. But if you like me to play the full version, I'm very happy to go ahead and give it a try, and yeah, go from there. But I really was enjoying the story. I was really enthralled by what the game was about and what people's roles were in there. And I mean, it's definitely something different than what I've played before. Most visual novels, they tend to kind of have like pretty basic storytelling, but I do like ones that have these kind of twists and turns, and it really does kind of get the juices going story-wise. So yeah, I liked that, and if the full game is just as good as that, then I think I might give that a go as well. But yes, fun. Guys, thanks for sticking around and watching the rest of this video. If you like what you saw, please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe so you can be up to date with the next video coming. This was Deathloop, and until next time, that's your lot.